हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, मेरा नाम मुस्तईज़ आलम, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स, नंदलाल सिंह कॉलेज। आज हम लोग पढ़ेंगे ऑक्यूपेशनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इन इंडिया। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट क्रिएट्स वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ occupations in an economy. All these various occupations can be broadly classified into three categories, namely primary, secondary, and tertiary. The primary occupations include all those essential activities such as agriculture and allied activities like animal husbandry, forestry, fishery, poultry farming, etc. Secondary activities include manufacturing industries composed of both large and small scale and mining. Tertiary activities include all other activities like transport, communication, banking, insurance, trade, etc. The occupational structure indicated the distribution as well as absorption of population into these various types of occupations. In underdeveloped countries, majority of the population are still engaged in agriculture and other primary activities. Even in some developed countries like Japan, England, Norway, fishing continues to be an important occupation, providing employment to a substantial number of populations. Development experience shows that with the gradual development of backward economy, the importance of primary occupations gradually declines with the growth of industries and tertiary activities. In the secondary sector, large-scale industries, being more capital intensive, cannot provide much employment opportunities. But it is the development of small-scale and cottage industries, mining activities, etc., being largely labor-intensive, can provide huge number of employment opportunities. Again, the tertiary occupations are also considered very important as these have a huge employment potential. In developed countries, the absorption capacity of this sector is very high. According to World Development Report 1983, whereas about 45 to 66% of the workforce of developed countries was employed in the tertiary sector, but India could absorb only 18% of total force in this sector. Changes in occupational structure are very much associated with economic development. The rate of economic development and the level of per capita income increases as more and more workforce shifts from primary sector to secondary and tertiary sector. As A.G.B. Fisher writes, we may say that very progressive economy there has been a steady shift of employment and investment from the essential primary activities to secondary activities of all kinds and to a still greater extent into tertiary production. Occupational distribution of population in India. Occupational distribution of population reflects on the degree of development and the diversification achieved in an economy. Let us now turn our discussion on the occupational structure of India. The occupational structure of India clearly reflects a high degree of backwardness prevailing in the Indian economy. Since the turn of the present century, the occupational structure in India was titled towards the primary sector. Over the last 80 years, 1901 to 1981, the proportion of working force engaged in primary occupations remained very steady, that is around 70%, and that in secondary and tertiary sector was ranging between 28 to 30% only. Trends in occupational distribution, workforce participation rate in India Table 1 shows that the share of rural male in primary sector is gradually declining from 1993 to 1994 to 2011 to 12. At the national level in 1993 to 1994 was 73.4% and became low 59.36 in 2011-12. During the period, change of decline was 14.34% point change. The table shows clearly how the occupational workforce or workforce participation rates were prevailing in India. Secondary and tertiary sector crossed the 30% marks of the total workforce engagement in 1981 and rose up to 33% in 1991 and then over 41% in 2001. Our 10% shift of total workforce engagement can be observed from primary to secondary and tertiary sector from 1981 to 2000 in the table 1. Although both secondary and tertiary sector reflected their expanded absorption capacity of workforce from 1980s to 2000. However, the rate of increase in employment opportunities fell far short of the rate of increase in labor force. The occupational distribution of population in India is imbalanced. It shows that India is still backward in the field of industries and depending too much on agriculture. Inadequate and lopsided growth of secondary and tertiary sector is another fundamental cause for this imbalance in the occupational distribution. The performance of public sector industries is not that satisfactory, and the tertiary sector too has failed to absorb the excess population. Factors responsible for failure of occupational structure. Number 1. Indian planners failed to make any serious attempt for the development of rural economy, for utilizing the vast idle labor force and also to raise the productivity of laborers. Due to poor organizations, the programs of reducing unemployment and underemployment problem in the rural areas failed miserably. Second, land reforms in India failed miserably to realize its goal and to create a small owner holding. These reforms could not diffuse the ownership of land among a large number of marginal cultivators. Number 3. Various other facilities provided by the government, such as cheaper credit, marketing, subsidy on fertilizer prices, etc., only benefited rich farmers, and poor and marginal farmers could not reap any benefit from these facilities, leading to a failure in raising their agriculture productivity. Number 4. Efforts of the planners to develop industries helped the large-scale capital goods sector, and the plans could not create much response to the development of small-scale and cottage industries. This development of large-scale, highly capital-intensive industries could not create much employment potential and thus created no impact on the occupational structure of the country. Number 5. The high rate of growth of labor force is also an important factor which has been creating serious drags on the path changing the occupational structure in India. This fast-growing labor force, without getting any subsidiary occupation open to them in the rural areas, is stated to eke out their living from agriculture sector alone. This led to a huge dependence as well as high degree of disguised unemployment in the agriculture sector. Thus, under this present situation, occupational structure in India can be amended suitable only when the country will start to develop its labor-intensive sector. that include small scale and cottage industries, allied activities in the primary sector such as animal husbandry, fishing, poultry farming, etc., and the service sector as well as so to foster the growth of non-agricultural employment side by side with the modern large scale industries sector. That's all. Thanks.